Hello, today's Tuesday, April 16th. So I actually recorded a lot of stuff yesterday and I'm just going to kind of use some of that for today because it was a little long for one video for yesterday. Ready? Wardrobe change. This issue with me not liking to be fussed over is also partially why I'm really bad at giving advice. It's not that I can't give advice if asked for it, it's just that if I'm telling you about a problem, I just want to vent and I don't want any feedback from you, usually. So if someone's telling me about one of their problems, 90% of the time, I'm not going to give them any feedback because I just assume that they just want to vent. That's also why if I see someone like a roommate or whoever crying or upset over something, I back off and leave them alone when maybe I shouldn't. Because when I'm crying over something, the last thing I want is anyone paying any attention to me. So yeah, if you're ever looking for advice from me, you're going to need to be pretty straight with me and be like, Mallory, I have a problem. I want to know what you think because I'm looking for your advice. Then I will know that this is what you want. Otherwise, I'm just going to sit and let you vent because I'm a very good listener. I can sit and listen to people talk for ages. I am not a good responder. I do that awkward thing where I just sit there and I'm like, uh-huh. Yeah, and I always worry that it makes it sound like I'm not listening. I promise, I'm listening. I'm not bored with you. Caitlin can attest to this. If I'm bored with your story, I'll let you know. We'd always have this issue where she'd tell me the same story like 6 times and forget that she'd already told me, and I'd just be like, Caitlin, I know, you told me. I always tell people that I'm more of a listener than a talker, but I feel like that's misleading because it's not like I don't like to talk. I do. I mean, ask me about something that I'm really enthusiastic about and I will not shut up. And depending on the social dynamics of the situation, sometimes I'm the most talkative person there. Other times I'm not, and I tend to just sit and let other people do most of the talking. So when I say that I'm more of a listener than a talker, I really mean more that in a one-on-one or small group situation, I would much rather sit and listen people talk about themselves than have people ask me a bunch of questions that I might not really know how to answer. Because then it always just feels like an interview to me and I don't like it. It doesn't feel natural. So there you go. That was probably more about my personality than you ever cared to know about, but it's not funny. It's kind of funny. So I just came out here to feed my fish and I made a very infuriating discovery. Look at this idiot! He's dead! He swam. Ew! That's so gross. Okay, I'm gonna turn the bubbles off so you can see this. Ugh, I really do not want to have to. I'm gonna have to like pull him out of there. I won't even be able to use the net. He freaking tried to swim down into the tube that produces the bubbles, got stuck in the lid and wedged it open in his attempt to escape, and then died. What an idiot! Ah!
Darwin Award.
Seriously, though. And I'm gonna have to, like, use my fingers to pull him out of there. It is not funny. Okay, it's a little funny. Ew! I do not want this to happen. Also, someone put all the little Easter chicks that we had here in all my plants. I'm guessing that was probably Brent, because that just seems like the sort of thing he would do. If I have to suffer through looking at how gross this is, everyone else has to also. I just thought you can see it a little better now that the bubbles aren't going. Look at that. His tail is sticking out of the top. That stupid son of a stupid.
Son of a biscuit.
Yes. Okay. Here we go. Another idiotic fish bites the dust. So that sucked. I managed to get the fish out of there and he went down the toilet express. And then, since I was already messing with the fish tank, I figured I'd clean it out a little. So I'm taking the filter out and trying to lift the lid up at the same time. And I bent over because I dropped the tube and some of the water from the filter went down my arm and down my armpit. So I have cold fish water on me. I really should just stop calling this VEDA and start calling it Watch Mallory's Fish Die One by One.